Katt was homeless at the time.
Wow.
So Katt was living in his trailer. And me and Katt said, hey man, and I remember talking to Katt, I said, Katt, I said, we never get another opportunity. In 2016, while at a party with my wife, I was by a successful Hollywood agent. By Adam Vennett, who was the head of the motion picture department at William Morris Endeavor.
In the realm of Hollywood, where stars shine bright and shadows lurk behind the glamour, Terry Crews, the former NFL player turned formidable actor, has emerged as an unexpected champion, shedding light on the industry's murky underbelly. Crews recently revealed a disturbing encounter with a high-profile Hollywood executive, igniting a fervent discussion within both fan circles and the industry itself. The revelation has prompted questions about what other unsettling tales might be concealed beneath the veneer of glitz and fame. Is Crews merely scratching the surface of a much larger scandal? It's a question that leaves many pondering the truth behind the scenes.
And I chose to tell my story and share my experience to stand in solidarity with millions of other survivors in the world.
In 2016, Terry Crews, the former NFL linebacker turned actor, became embroiled in a Hollywood scandal that reverberated throughout the entertainment industry. Known for his comedic talents on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and his magnetic charm in commercials, Crews seemed to epitomize success. Yet beneath the glitz of Hollywood, a deal awaited him. Crews recently disclosed the identity of the Hollywood executive he alleges him at a February 2016 industry event. The accused is Adam Vennett, the head of the motion picture department at a prominent Beverly Hills talent agency. He's connected to probably everyone I know in the business, Crews told Good Morning America. I did not know this man. I never had a conversation with him, ever. In mid-October, Terry Crews first broached the alleged incident on Twitter. His revelation came hot on the heels of a groundbreaking expose by the New York Times, which chronicled decades of SH allegations against Harvey Weinstein.
And people say, well, man, you should just laugh it off. You should just forget it. No, I'm not going to forget it.
In the aftermath, over 20 prominent figures spanning Hollywood, the media, and politics have faced allegations of SH or A, affecting both men and women. During an interview on Good Morning America, Terry Crews publicly identified the executive as Adam Vennett, an executive at William Morris Endeavor, which Crews described as one of the biggest agencies in the world, period. Vennett has represented acclaimed actors such as Emma Stone, Eddie Murphy, and Adam Sandler. Notably, two of his clients, Dustin Hoffman and Brett Ratner, were also accused of misconduct earlier that same month.
I was by Adam Vennett, who was the head of the motion picture department at William Morris Endeavor.
On October 10th, Crews candidly shared on Twitter that the Weinstein scandal had triggered PTSD for him, recounting a distressing encounter where he was allegedly by a high-level Hollywood executive at an event he attended with his wife the previous year. He wrote, "My wife and I were at a Hollywood function last year and a high-level Hollywood executive came over to me and my privates. Jumping back, I said, 'What are you doing?' My wife saw everything and we looked at him like he was crazy. He just grinned like a jerk. I was gonna kick his ass right then, but I thought twice about how the whole thing would appear." At a crowded party last year, attended by Terry Crews and his wife, Rebecca King Crews, Crews detailed how Vennett's behavior escalated to overtly S gestures, including licking his tongue and making unwelcome advances. In his interview on Good Morning America, Crews shared his discomfort, and he's still licking his tongue out and all this stuff, and I go, "Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing?" And then he comes back again, and he just won't stop. Feeling increasingly uneasy, Crews forcefully pushed Vennett away, causing him to collide with other attendees. Instead of showing remorse, Vennett responded with laughter and giggling, leaving Crews feeling deeply emasculated and objectified. This traumatic incident continues to haunt Crews, who grapples with its reality each morning.
You're talking about a very, very powerful man who has access to studio heads. What they do affects every part of the business, from producers, writers.
Terry Crews recently opened up about the financial struggles he faced while working on Friday After Next, shedding light on similar challenges experienced by his co-star, Katt Williams. Both actors appeared together in the 2002 film. In an interview on Club Shay Shay on February 28th, Crews disclosed that after wrapping up the movie, he had to return to his job as a security guard. He echoed claims previously made by Williams about his own living situation during his appearance on the same podcast broadcast the month prior. Cruise revealed that he received a modest payment of $4,000 for his role in the film. However, during his conversation with host Shannon Sharpe, he mentioned a recent encounter with Friday writer Ice Cube. Cruise expressed gratitude to Cube for jump-starting his career and acknowledged Williams' situation, noting that Williams had been living in his trailer during the filming of Friday After Next. Cruise reflected on the challenging times he and Katt Williams faced during the filming of Friday After Next, sharing, "What was so crazy is me and Katt was homeless at the time. So Katt was living in his trailer, and me and Katt said, 'Hey man,' and I remember talking to Katt. I said, 'Katt,' I said, 'if we never get another opportunity, we got to make sure they remember us.' I said, 'Because we the two new Katts in this whole thing. They know everybody else.' But I said, 'It's me and you.'" He emphasized the bond that developed between him and Williams, describing them as amazing friends, forged through their shared experience on the film. Cruise also revealed the financial struggle he faced after completing Friday After Next, confessing, "After Friday After Next, I had to go back doing security. I had to go back because I didn't have anything else to turn to, but I knew it was coming." The former Everybody Hates Chris star also expressed his joy in witnessing Katt Williams blow up in his comedy career after their collaboration on Friday After Next. Williams had previously confirmed his unconventional living arrangement during the filming of the movie in an earlier appearance on Club Shay Shay back in January. The comedian disclosed that he stayed in his trailer to save money for extensive dental work. Williams explained the challenging circumstances leading to his decision, stating, "This was my situation. 5 months prior to me getting this first audition for Friday After Next, I got this baby son. I'm holding him up above me. He grabs my little chain. He's playing with it, and he accidentally drops it, breaks out my front 2 teeth. I'm in a situation now where when I go to the dentist, they telling me this going to cost thousands and thousands of dollars to fix this, right?" The comedian further revealed that a tumor was discovered in his upper jaw, but lacking the funds for surgery, he and his son stayed on the film set at night, residing in the trailer. Williams recounted, "They find out you got a tumor in your upper jaw, so we're going to have to do a whole surgery for you. It's going to be 100 bands. I don't have it. And I'm only going to have this check from this movie, so while I'm doing this movie, we live in this trailer. This is where we live." He continued, emphasizing the understanding that this opportunity was crucial for changing their lives. "When they come to work at 5 in the morning, we are already there. When they leave at night, we are still there. We just double back because we understood that this is our one opportunity, and we have this opportunity to change our lives." Katt Williams has risen as a significant whistleblower, fearlessly exposing the concealed truths lurking beneath the veneer of glamour within the Hollywood industry. His unwavering commitment to transparency has led him to disclose revelations that reverberate throughout the entertainment world, challenging the status quo and prompting reflection on the industry's hidden intricacies.
And the fact of the matter is, we watched this again, right in front of our own face. Knew it was finna happen. He told us, and we didn't know.
Katt Williams, undeterred by societal discomfort, has fearlessly delved into controversial subjects that many may find uneasy. His outspoken nature, however, seems to have attracted disapproval from certain quarters within the industry. Multiple incidents strongly hint at Hollywood attempting to distance itself from Katt, potentially in response to his unwavering and uncompromising stance on pressing issues.
Why? Because you know, ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16.
The notion that genuine comprehension of an industry requires firsthand experience is often emphasized, and comedian Katt Williams has recently offered intriguing insights that underscore this perspective. Williams alluded to substantial revelations about Tiffany Haddish's career, suggesting that her ascent to fame may not have unfolded as organically as she presented it to the public.
Those are just facts, sir.
How many is that total?
9.
So you've done 9
Yeah.
filmed comedy stand-up specials.
Without ever getting financed or having a deal.
The seasoned comedian holds the perspective that Haddish might have expedited her ascent within the entertainment industry. If you've ever questioned the authenticity of Haddish's persona, this revelation is not one to overlook. While stories of celebrities leading double lives have surfaced repeatedly, Haddish's journey to the pinnacle appears to be a unique case. Katt Williams left no detail unexplored in his disclosure.
Did you think she wrote Girls Trip?
Right.
Or do you think that was already a script and they handed it to her? It's up to you, whatever you want to believe.
During a recent appearance on V103's Frank and Wanda in the Morning Show, Williams didn't hold back as he shared his thoughts on several fellow comedians, including Lil Rel Howery, Jared Carmichael, Kevin Hart, and Hannibal Buress. However, it was Tiffany Haddish, the breakout star of Girls Trip, who found herself at the center of most of the criticism.
I'm the introduction to Tiffany Haddish.
Katt Williams, who recently won an Emmy for his guest role on Atlanta, made an effort to cast doubt on Tiffany Haddish's achievements. He implied that Haddish may not be the author of her own comedic material and questioned whether she has truly established herself as a genuine comedian. He said, "She's been doing comedy since she was 16. You can't tell me your favorite Tiffany Haddish joke. Why? Because she ain't done a tour yet. She ain't done a special. She has not proven the ability to tell jokes back to back for an hour to nobody." Wanda Smith, the host of the show, then stepped in to defend Tiffany Haddish, asserting that Haddish's authenticity endeared her to audiences. In response, Katt Williams raised a provocative question, asking when being real had become a marketable trait. He went on to suggest that the industry's favor toward Haddish might be influenced by her publicly expressed admiration for Brad Pitt. Williams then took the opportunity to give recognition to several other Black female comedians, such as Luenell, Melanie Camarco, and Miss Laura, highlighting their talent and contributions to the comedy scene.
Why? Because you know ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy since she was 16.
Katt Williams went a step further by suggesting that Tiffany Haddish's success in securing deals and roles in the industry might have been unusually smooth, implying that she may have made certain compromises to attain her status. He also expressed a view that the industry tends to overlook Black talent and rarely allows Black actors to explore their unique abilities in acting, pointing out a perceived disparity in opportunities compared to their white counterparts.
They gonna let you be a star, Lil Rel, but you ugly. And white people don't believe in ugly stars. They think you have to be somebody that women want to sleep with and men want to be.
It appears that Katt Williams' comments about Tiffany Haddish and her admiration for Brad Pitt were not entirely unfounded. Indeed, Tiffany Haddish has publicly mentioned her crush on Brad Pitt in the past. During an appearance on Live with Kelly and Ryan's post-Oscars show, she discussed her interaction with the Hollywood star. Haddish recalled, "Oh, I just met him in the elevator. He said in 1 year, if he's single and I'm single, we gonna do it. So, you know what that means." Brad Pitt was standing right next to me, and then Elizabeth's husband was like, "Man, I hope we don't get caught in this elevator." And I was like, "It's gonna be some pretty babies in this elevator if we do." Tiffany had a conversation with Kelly shortly after her appearance at the Oscars, where she presented an award. During their chat, while playing a game of Marry, Date, Dash, the comedian disclosed that she wouldn't choose to marry Brad Pitt. The key point that Williams seemed to emphasize in his expose on Haddish was that her rise in the entertainment industry gained significant momentum after she embraced self-expression rather than objectification.
But because we Black, they say, "Oh, you don't even deserve that." So you get Kevin Hart, Lil Rel, Gerard Carmichael, all in a row, Hannibal Buress, just dudes that no woman would talk to.
This theory indeed holds water, as years before Haddish rose to become one of the industry's prominent figures, she encountered significant challenges. Securing spots in comedy clubs was a struggle for her, and she faced difficulties in landing acting roles as well. Now, this is just the one thing Katt pointed out. In another interview, this time with Jamal Finkley on his YouTube channel, Blacktree, Katt is said to have divulged more about the alleged dress-wearing scheme that you might be familiar with. Katt shared his perspective on the contentious issue of Kevin Hart wearing a dress in his SNL skit, underlining that Kevin wasn't the only one involved in this supposed situation. He claimed that Eddie Murphy and Jamie Foxx were right there beside him, keeping him company in what some have perceived as a controversial practice in the entertainment industry.
Let's be very, very clear. It is possible that there isn't anything funnier than a guy in a dress.
Katt highlighted the irony in the fact that a significant portion of the audience found it amusing to witness a Black man wearing a dress. He believed that this reaction would not have been the same if the individuals involved were of a different racial background.
And if that's the case, then it might also be said that there's nothing funnier than a Black guy in a dress.
Despite Kevin Hart having firmly established his stardom, Katt cryptically alluded to the idea that Kevin must have had his own reasons for taking part in such roles, and he expressed respect for Kevin's choices in this regard.
At the end of the day, Kevin doesn't have to worry about what people are going to say about him wearing a dress because of the long line of dress-wearing people before him.
Williams carefully suggested that he had observed numerous artists encountering similar challenges repeatedly throughout their careers. Given Williams' observations, one might suspect that there could be a discreet effort to undermine the public image of Black icons by certain individuals or entities. In addition to his previous revelations,
I've never seen Medea in a pantsuit. I think she wears dresses. So now I'm saying, why are we picking on points poor little Kevin Hart because it was his turn next.
Williams exposed the existence of a secret society called the Illuminati, which he claimed faces significant opposition from within the black community. The implication here is that The Guardian, by indirectly corroborating his claims and revealing the society's name and some of its prominent members, has lent credence to his assertions about this secretive organization. He said, "It is the most elite club in the world. This is the Good Club, the name given to the tiny global elite of billionaire philanthropists." The names of some of the members are familiar figures: Bill Gates, George Soros, Warren Buffett, Oprah Winfrey, David Rockefeller, and Ted Turner. But there are others too, like business giants Eli and Edith Broad, who are equally wealthy but less well known. While Williams disclosed significant aspects of the agenda he believed to have originated from the elites, he issued a warning to fellow black artists, advising them to exercise caution and be wary of the potential influence or involvement of this secretive club.
It's not necessary for us to stir up that hornet's nest unless we intend to get stung a million times.
While it may sound somewhat exaggerated, the pimp emphasizes that his intended audience should heed his advice because he believes he has a deep understanding of the situation, having allegedly experienced the consequences of this supposed manipulation for many years.
So I didn't understand that. They had to sting me a million times. I'm still not going to join, but I respect it a little bit.
According to Katt, he wasn't the sole individual dealing with challenges and adversity, which is why he felt it was necessary to let go of certain matters for the sake of his own well-being.
I know how much they talked about Martin Luther King, and I know what they end up doing to him. I know this same story about Jesus and a few of my uncles.
After enduring hardships for an extended period, Williams explained that he eventually came to a stark realization. He recognized that his outspoken nature, coupled with his candidness in addressing grievances, had exposed him to intense backlash. Although he hadn't initially anticipated the extent of hostility directed towards him, this experience expanded his perspective. He now comprehends that his actions, which he once considered as truthful but possibly irresponsible, were being manipulated and leveraged against him, with the elusive Illuminati allegedly benefiting from this situation.
That doesn't mean I always make the right decisions, but I am going to stand by what I stand for.
Indeed, Katt, known for his fearless approach, disclosed that he was privy to the true story of Bernie Mac and did not hesitate to share the industry's supposedly closely guarded secrets surrounding this matter.
I know that the people that made money off Bernie Mac didn't like him. They hated his gut.
Katt's revelation about his former idol may come as a surprise to some, but the next revelation is even more shocking. He claimed that Steve Harvey, everyone's favorite, has allegedly sold his soul to Hollywood.
I think Steve Harvey some stand-up ass man. No, I'm a kiss old girl who owned TV One. He used to kiss her. That's how he had the radio.
Undoubtedly, Katt Williams stands out as one of the funniest comics of his generation, renowned for his unfiltered humor and dynamic performances in blockbuster stand-up specials. Despite his undeniable talent and standing among comedy greats in Hollywood, Williams hasn't experienced the same mainstream exposure as some of his peers. A supporter noted, "Unlike Kevin Hart, he hasn't taken on leading roles in blockbuster movies, and he doesn't host a show like Steve Harvey." Williams himself expressed a sense of hopelessness, once announcing his retirement from stand-up and contemplating revealing this decision in a formal setting rather than on a Seattle street. This sparked speculation about potential industry blacklisting, prompting questions regarding why he hadn't attained the level of success achieved by figures like Steve Harvey. Notably, Williams and Harvey have had a strained relationship for over a decade, adding a layer of complexity to the situation and suggesting there may be significant reasons behind their ongoing conflict. To trace the origins of their feud, we need to go back to December 2008, when Katt Williams called out Steve Harvey before a Christmas season show. This incident marked the beginning of their conflict, which has persisted for over a decade. Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have certainly had their share of disagreements with other comedians, and this instance was no exception. Even one of his fans wrote, "Katt is solid at battle comedy. Steve is household, but household doesn't usually mean funny. Household means you're big and funny enough for them to take a bet on you. You won't venture too far off the plantation with your act, and your stature makes you hard to argue against even if you are wrong. Katt is like an Italian sports car. His humor is fast and maneuverable. He's like Ali, he hits and move. Given a choice, I'd rather fight with Steve more than Katt." Another one added, "I don't care for Steve the way he has treated his second wife. He has walked over her because he's got the money to do it, and the way he kept their child from her. That was not right." Well, it all started when Katt Williams publicly challenged Steve Harvey, asserting that he could dethrone Harvey as the king of comedy during an upcoming New Year's Eve show where they were both headlining.
I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the record straight.
Reportedly, Jamie Foxx was also involved in this conflict. Foxx, who was working as a radio host at the time, played a clip of Katt Williams dissing Steve Harvey, which likely escalated the feud between the two comedians. "I want to apologize for what's going to happen," Williams said of the joint comedy gig. "But the second that you get on stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy. Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. It is what it is. So I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You're gonna need about 6 or 7 of them." In response to the clip, Steve Harvey called into the radio show and expressed his bewilderment regarding the entire situation.
You know, I've always been on tour with some real man. I toured with the Kings. You know, I've been on stage with Sid, DL, and Bernie Mac at the same time.
On the anticipated event night, Katt Williams didn't hold back, taking jabs at Steve Harvey's comedy reputation, wardrobe, and hairstyle. Addressing the audience, Williams delivered sharp and humorous remarks about Harvey, making it clear that Harvey might not be ready for the kind of comedic scrutiny Williams was about to unleash. Williams remarked, "Please give it up for Steve Harvey. He's one of the best we've ever had, but he don't want no parts of this in no shape or form. I don't know why he came out here with all this money y'all spent on these expletive tickets and talked about a lady in the audience for 15 minutes, but won't talk about me the way I'm getting ready to talk about his made expletive." Katt Williams' journey to fame wasn't one of privilege and luxury. Rather, he built his comedic empire from the ground up. Starting in Avondale, Cincinnati, his comedic evolution involved performing in diverse venues across the country, from the vibrant streets of Oklahoma to the lively stages of Oakland. Fearlessly, Williams honed his craft, perfecting his unique style through hard work and dedication, demonstrating that his success was earned through tenacity and skill.
And act like ain't happened. You in the middle of a goddamn meeting. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do the movie with you, and then we're gonna go back.
Shifting our focus to Steve Harvey, he is widely recognized as a devoted family man who prioritizes his loved ones. However, Katt Williams reportedly claims that Harvey is merely a fraud, concealing his true self behind a carefully constructed facade for years. According to Katt, opinions about Steve's comedic abilities vary drastically depending on who you ask, adding to the complexity of their relationship and the perceptions of Harvey's public image.
You have been the king of comedy as long as we've had one. Matter of fact, the whole phrase, king of comedy, can be attributed.
Indeed, Katt Williams has gained a reputation not only for his comedic talents, but also as a known whistleblower in Hollywood. He has been vocal about various issues and controversies within the entertainment industry, shedding light on matters that often go unspoken or unnoticed.
A doing in the ATL, the at least excuse himself, go to the bathroom or something.
According to Katt Williams, Steve Harvey's reputation isn't as positive as it may seem to some. Depending on who you talk to, Harvey is either hailed as one of the funniest people on the planet or seen as a celebrity with a less than stellar reputation. Williams has alleged that Harvey has some skeletons in his closet, including rumors that he mistreats his staff. There have been persistent rumors that the famous comedian and talk show host doesn't treat his staff well. Additionally, following his talk show's relocation to Los Angeles, Harvey reportedly sent a controversial memo to his new staff, making demands typically associated with tour riders. These allegations have added to the tension between the two comedians.
And I could not find a way to walk from the stage to my dressing room, to sit in my makeup chair, to walk from my dressing room to the stage.
In the leaked memo, Steve further wrote, "My security team will stop everyone from standing at my door who have the intent to see or speak to me. I want all the ambushing to stop now. That includes TV staff. You must schedule an appointment. I have been taken advantage of by my lenient policy in the past. This ends now. No more. Do not approach me while I'm in the makeup chair unless I ask to speak with you directly. Either knock or use the doorbell." Katt Williams seems to have legitimate reasons for his grievances against Steve Harvey. In November 2015, the author of Think Like a Man faced a lawsuit for purportedly backing out of plans to lease a private jet. This happened after more than $400,000 worth of renovations had been initiated, allegedly at Harvey's request. These requests reportedly included custom carpet, a reconfiguration of the interior cabin from 16 seats to 14 seats, custom seat design, and new upper and lower cabin sidewalls, as reported by TMZ.
According to a private jet company, he did not pay the bill.
This is a fabulous story.
After they customized the hell out of the thing for him.
Moreover, Katt also took his turn on Will and Chris Brown's slap scene. Reportedly, he claimed that the widely publicized Oscar Shocker slap incident was allegedly staged and that the entire world was deceived. Katt's credibility in the production business adds weight to his opinion for many people.
The industry is canceling one black guy. I know what happens when they are going to elevate another. And I know what happens when they don't care about either of them.
Many may have initially believed that Will had a genuine breakdown in front of the camera. However, given Will's long-standing status as an industry heavyweight, his apparent mistake in this context raises suspicions and leaves room for questioning the authenticity of the incident.
There are 300 corporations that are a part of the Will Smith business operation. That is the $20 million a movie mega thing that Will Smith.
However, at this point, you might have known that Katt Williams has become increasingly outspoken on various occasions, shedding light on what he believes Hollywood elites are truly up to. For this reason, many people believe that this has led to recent reports of him considering retirement from the entertainment industry. That's it for today. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.